Some commentators are now asking whether Iran's powerful insider networks, including figures close to Mojtaba Khamenei, could have planted an asset inside Trump's government, as leak revelations around the new Qatari-gifted Air Force One raise questions about who is feeding sensitive information to the press. The White House has launched an aggressive leak hunt after disclosures about security concerns surrounding the $400 million Qatari aircraft intended to serve as Air Force One, ordering senior officials to hand over their phones and triggering a sprawling internal investigation. Phones were seized and what insiders described as a war room was created inside the West Wing, as Chief of Staff Susie Wiles and FBI Director Kash Patel worked side by side to identify who exposed detailed Air Force One vulnerabilities and other secrets to reporters. Trump is said to be furious over the security leaks, and FBI Chief Kash Patel has joined the White House-led hunt, canceling travel plans to personally oversee the probe as federal agents and Pentagon lawyers move to track down and prosecute whoever is responsible. The Trump administration ordered a high-level investigation to identify who leaked sensitive details about the Qatari-gifted Air Force One, turning what began as a media story into a full-blown internal security probe. White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles and FBI Director Kash Patel personally led the effort inside the presidential mansion, underscoring how seriously the administration treated the leaks and how central the issue became in West Wing operations. The investigation specifically targeted disclosures about security weaknesses on the new Qatari-gifted Air Force One, focusing on who revealed vulnerabilities that critics said could potentially endanger the president during travel. Sources said Trump was furious after public reports questioned security protections on the jet, and that his anger helped drive the decision to mount an aggressive, top-down hunt for the leaker or leakers. Patel was reportedly diverted from planned travel to join the investigation at the White House, a move that signaled the leak probe was being treated as an urgent national security matter rather than a routine internal inquiry. Working together, Patel and Wiles set up what officials described as a war room inside the West Wing, coordinating questioning, document reviews, and phone checks from a centralized command post. Investigators questioned officials and asked some staff members to turn over their phones, seeking call logs, messages, and other digital traces that might reveal who communicated with reporters about the aircraft. The probe zeroed in on staff involved in managing Trump's travel and those with direct knowledge of the jet's security status, narrowing the field to people most likely to have access to the sensitive information that appeared in the press. Details of the investigation were reported as part of a wider expose on July 16, bringing the internal leak hunt itself under public scrutiny and raising new questions about transparency and press rights. One federal agency reportedly told its staff to contact their own lawyers if investigators sought their devices, highlighting the legal risks and personal concerns that surrounded the demand for phone handovers. The leak probe surfaced after reports that the Justice Department had subpoenaed journalists over their coverage of the plane, an escalation that alarmed many observers and suggested a hard line against perceived media interference. Critics say the episode shows the White House exerting heavy influence over the investigation, blurring lines between independent law enforcement action and political priorities inside the executive branch. Press freedom advocates condemned the subpoenas as an attack on First Amendment protections, warning that targeting reporters over source disclosures could chill investigative journalism on matters of public interest. A White House spokesperson defended the leak hunt as necessary to protect the president, arguing that exposing highly sensitive information about his aircraft and movements posed a direct threat to his safety. Officials insisted that leaks endangering presidential security and travel safety amount to a national-level threat, and that aggressive steps to plug such leaks are justified in the name of protecting the office and its occupant. At the center of the controversy is a $400 million Boeing 747 gifted by Qatar for use as Air Force One, a luxury aircraft whose security features, and alleged shortcomings, have now become a political and legal flashpoint. Donald Trump said he remains Iran's #1 target, while speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One during his return flight from the NATO summit. The remarks came after reporters were instructed to close the aircraft's window blinds, prompting questions about whether additional security precautions were being taken. When asked about the unusual request, Trump replied they were on a dangerous flight because of what he described as continuing threats from Iran.
They wanted to see, so they came a little bit early and we switched planes.
So you're saying there wasn't a security concern?
No. Why would
there any other issue? No issue?
No, except we sent it a little early. Same line, going back. We sent it a little bit early so that we could let them see it. The whole base came out and saw the plane, and then we landed.
Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was unusual.
Well, yeah, because probably on a dangerous flight because of the sleazebags that we have to deal with.
So you think that Iran was possibly thinking of targeting?
Well, I mean, if they asked you to close your windows, probably they feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it. No, these are sick people, so I could see something like that. I didn't know they did that, but I could see something like that.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force
Well, I have
One?
a threat all the time. I'm number one on their list before you. But if I go, you go, right?
But was there a
So
specific threat
perhaps,
today?
perhaps someday you want to change professions. What do you have, Daniel?
CENTCOM posted that there are strikes ongoing in Iran, so
We just hit them very hard, and I say we hit them 20-1. Every time they hit us, we're going to hit them 20. And we did it last night. They did a little something today, but it was really retribution for last night. They hit actually 3 boats, not 2. And when they hit, we hit back much harder.
Are we returning to a full-scale military conflict, sir?
I don't know. I don't know. We'd win it very quickly. It's another way of doing it. We have many ways we can win, but we've already won militarily. They have very little. They have very little left, and they want to make a deal so badly.
Trump also joked that members of the traveling press might want to consider changing professions, making the remark while discussing the perceived security risks. The comments came as Trump returned from the NATO summit held in Ankara, Turkey, where regional security and the Iran conflict dominated discussions. Trump switched from the older Air Force One to the new Qatari-gifted Boeing 747-8 midway through his return journey, according to the Associated Press. Bloomberg reported the new Boeing 747-8 was flown ahead to RAF Mildenhall before Trump departed Turkey on the return leg of the trip. ABC News reported the U.S. Secret Service recommended switching aircraft as a precautionary measure while planning the president's return flight. Sources quoted by ABC News said the decision was taken out of caution amid the escalating conflict involving Iran, although officials did not publicly detail the specific threat assessment. Trump insisted the aircraft change had nothing to do with security concerns, despite reports that the Secret Service had advised the switch as a precaution. The United States has approved a proposed $1.96 billion weapons package for Saudi Arabia as regional tensions continue to rise. The proposed package includes up to 20,000 Advanced Precision Kill Weapon Systems, or APKWS, along with associated warheads and support equipment. The sale also includes LAU-131, a 7-shot 70mm rocket launch pods, according to U.S. officials. 66 Malawian Quachars rocket motors, 152 Malawian Quachars high-explosive warheads and proximity fuses, also part of the proposed defense package. Saudi Arabia requested up to 10,000 air-to-air APKWS-2 guidance sections to strengthen its air defense capabilities. Riyadh also sought another 10,000 air-to-ground APKWS-2 guidance sections for precision strike operations. The U.S. State Department said the proposed sale supports America's national security and broader foreign policy objectives. Washington said the package would improve Saudi Arabia's ability to counter both current and future security threats. U.S. officials also said the weapons package would enhance interoperability between Saudi, American, and allied military forces. Washington continues to describe Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally and one of its key strategic partners in the Middle East. The announcement came as tensions between Saudi Arabia and Yemen's Houthi movement continued to escalate. The proposed sale also comes as the United States expands military operations and naval pressure against Iran across the Gulf region. The State Department said the transfer would not affect the readiness or operational capabilities of the U.S. military. The proposed deal must now undergo final review by the U.S. Congress before it can be formally completed.